Are we here? Are we here? Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. What's good, Road Duelers? This your boy Rogue Sanchez back to you with another IQ 200 content. I've been out of the mix. I just been trying to take care of my health. But if you like these videos, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. They motivate me to create even more content for you guys. At the end of the day, I'm just a road dueler. I'm not a professional player, but I do give the professional players a run for their money. I do have all the cards to make meta and competitive decks, but I choose to play rogue. It's more fun and it's more interactive that way. So the deck I want to showcase to you today, and I'm thinking about taking it to locals whenever I have some free time or some funding. I feel that this deck could be really good anti-meta, and if you guys want the deck profile, just comment and send up them likes. So I want to do something kind of anime-ish, but excuse me, but it's kind of like a classic, an old-time favorite of mine. So I bring to you guys this really good deck profile post Duelist Nexus. So we got some really good support in this set for some roguish stuff. So with this, I am going to showcase to you guys my build on the Winged Dragon of Ra deck. So this deck can also go turn 0, and it can also go turn 2. I prefer turn 1, but if you want to go first, I'll show you a setup for turn 0. So I would give you what the deck looks like, but it's already shuffled, ready to go. But if you want the profile, just once again, shoot a comment below. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Keep in mind, guys, this video is unedited. So for now, I'm just going to continue to do unedited videos. So this Winged Dragon of Ra deck is a 40 card deck for right now. I may increase it to 42 to 43. 45 may be max, but I'm gonna just try 40 for right now. Then I'm gonna increase it 1 card for every couple of cards I play in play sets. So I think I got like a few play sets of every card in here, so that probably increase the deck maybe 2 to 3. So if you guys want to know how to play the Winged Dragon of Ra deck, I'm your guy to talk to. So like I said, the deck is already shuffled. It's 40 cards, and I ain't got that much in the extra deck, so it can change. So excuse me, because like I said, I was a little sick and I'm just not recovering. So now let's showcase to you the Winged Dragon Ra deck. So for my first 5, let's go. I have Mound of the Bound Creator, Time Tearing Morganite, the True Sun God, Ancient Chant, and Sun God Unification. So you thinking, okay, it looks nice and all, but how are you actually supposed to play it? So with this, you can have pretty much a real good combo. So I'm gonna play it upside down. I'm not gonna use the extra deck Monster Zone because really don't need it. So I'll play it upside down so you can see it right side up from my camera view. Upside down me, right side up you. Hopefully that works. That way you ain't gotta turn your head upside down trying to figure out what every card does. So you're asking yourself what to do with this hand. So if you're going first, what to do with this hand? I give you guys a brief moment to even figure it out. Or do you even know what half of these cards do? If the answer is no, then I'll explain it to you. So True Sun God Unification lets you activate at the turn it's set if you control the Winged Dragon Ra. So what this does is that special summon Winged Dragon Ra, you can pay life points so you have 100 to give it an attack boost. But not in the same chain, you contribute the Wind Dragon Raw and gain that life points back, plus whatever attack he had. So whatever attack he had on the field, that's how much life points you gain. So if you find yourself stuck in a situation to where your opponent has stopped your attack, or he can burn you the next turn, just tribute the Raw and gain your life points back. No hard, no foul. Ancient Chant lets you search out your Wind Dragon Raw. Plus, it gives you additional tribute summon. And you can also banish this card from your graveyard to give Wind Dragon Raw attack points equal to the total tributed monster's original attack. So let's just say if you got 3 monsters, whatever their attack are, that's the attack of Wind Dragon Raw just by banishing this card. If you don't banish this card, you just tribute some Wind Dragon Raw, he's going to be 0 before you pay them life points. True Sun God lets you, this continuous spell card, lets you on activation search anything that has Wind Dragon Raw as its name. It can be this, it can be this, even itself, but I believe, according to this, you cannot add the same card. So anything with Wind Dragon Raw, so it can pretty much search these: Wind Dragon Raw, Wind Dragon Raw Spirit Mode, Wind Dragon Raw Immortal Phoenix, Millennium Revelation, who else? Guardian Slime, and Ra's Disciple. Time-Tier Morganite, you activate it, you get two card draws in your draw phase. Second effect is you cannot activate hand traps. So this deck doesn't play hand traps. And the third one is you get another summon. And the last effect is you can banish this, send another copy from your hand, and when you normal summon, it locks your opponent out of activating monster effects for the entire turn. Also with the True Sun God, monster special summon on the field cannot declare an attack except the Wind Dragon Raw. And it also works for your opponent too. So if your opponent special summon monsters thinking they wipe Raw off the field and they go in battle phase try to attack, they can't attack. And they're gonna ask why? Because of this card. They can't get, if they focus on Raw and don't read the cards, they're gonna miss this one tenfold. So I gave you enough time through my explanations on how to play this hand. So how I would do it, you can go many ways, but the true basic way is, okay, let's just start by activating this Tier Morganite just so you can get your double summons off. Next, you play True Sun God. That gives you your search. And what you're gonna do, you're gonna search Millennium Revelation. And this stays face up on the field, by the way. If I'm playing this way, play this way. Okay, field spell card goes here. Mountain Bound Creator. All right, now you activate Ancient Chant. Give you your Raw search. I played 2 of these, by the way. Get that good shuffle. And one thing about the True Sun God, you can send an Immortal Phoenix from your hand, from your deck, or discard from the field to send Raw on the field to the graveyard. And you asking yourself, why would you want to do that? It kind of sets you up for turn 0 so that you have some defense when your opponent decides to play. So now that this is gone, you got these 3 in your hand. This is face up on the field. Now let's play Revelation. Millennium Revelation lets you send a Divine Beast from your hand to add a monster reborn from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So you're gonna send the Raw that you added. Get your monster reborn. I'm not gonna shuffle because I'm going back in. Okay, resolution. Now this is in your hand. These two in your hand. Now you send out the revelation. Now you can special summon the Winged Dragon of Ra using Monster Reborn now. So you go Monster Reborn. Special summon Ra. He has no attack points, remember that. But if you want to, you can make him 7,900. Why would you make him 7,900 on turn 0 just to gain it back? Now this is the only card in your hand. So you set. Activate, because you control Ra. You can activate it the turn is set. Activate the turn is set. Then you're going to use the True Sun God. True Sun God, send your Immortal Phoenix to the grave. And by doing so, you send Ra to the graveyard. Now on resolution, your Immortal Phoenix activating the graveyard. Special summon. And now you enter end phase. It goes to the grave because it only stays on the field for one turn. And then under the end phase turn, it goes to the grave, but you get a defense wall on the field by summoning Raw Spirit Mode from your deck. Keep in mind that Immortal Phoenix effect cannot be negated, and he's unaffected by card effects. So they can't ash it. If they call by the grave it won't be affected. Now you got Spirit Mode on the field. So this would be your turn 0 board. So you got Raw Spirit Mode with just those 5 cards. So that's a nice little combo, right? So then on your draw phase, you get another Time Tearing Morganite. You get another Spirit Mode. So these are the 2 cards in his draw phase. Standby main. If your opponent got some beefy monsters on the field, no worries. You give him a Spirit Mode. But before you do that, you use the effect of Time Tearing Morganite to banish. Pitch a copy from your hand. And then once you give them Spirit Mode, they can't activate monster effects for the whole turn. Because this is a normal summon on their field. So you go Spirit Mode, tribute their 3 monsters or whatever they got. Then you use Spirit Mode's effect, tribute. Special summon Winged Dragon of Ra from your deck. So the reason why you wanted to summon Spirit Mode first is you don't want them to have a potential ash or any interruption that activates in the hand or the field. So by doing that, either they're gonna have to negate the graveyard effect of this as bait, or you give them this first. Even if you give them this first and then activate that, you already normal summon this turn, so it goes the same way either way. So now the Ra you special summon is 4,000. You can use this effect since he's the special summon Ra to pump him up. But you're gonna use his effect, pay 1,000 to pop the Spirit Mode on their field. And now you at 7,000. You pay 69 to give him 6,900 attack points, making him 10,900. They ain't got no monsters on the field, so because you Spirit Mode them and you attack directly for 10,000. They can't activate monster effects, so they got to rely on their back row. So, plus you got Mound of the Bound Creator on the field that protects your monster from getting targeted and destroyed by card effect. Plus, if they add a monster, whether it's attack mode, they take the battle damage plus another 1,000. But if they survive in defense, or if they got a monster defense and you don't want to use the boost, that's fine. He's just 4,000. You just go ahead and crash, and that's it. And then if you want to recycle your play over, keep in mind I'm only running 2. So if you got 2 in the graveyard, that's pretty much it unless you add another this or another ancient chant or guardian slime. So keep that in mind if you're running 2. If you're going to run more, by all means run more. And then if they find a way to get them off the field, you can chain this to tribute to make a gain. Even in the same battle phase. So they attack, you go ahead and attack, but however, keep in mind you're locked in the true sun god. So since Immortal Phoenix is not the original Winged Dragon of Ra, you can't attack with it. So keep that in mind. But if they manage to harm Ra, negate his effect, or try to get it off the field, you can just chain this, send to the graveyard to gain the life points, and then on resolution, your Immortal Phoenix come out. And then end phase, you contribute it to special summon either a Spirit Wolf from your deck or one from the grave. Or hand too, so it works either way. Nice little combo, huh? Not bad for Ra. Not bad for Ra, huh? Let's shuffle again and see what our hand brings us. Let's hope they give us some good ones. All right, let's see. We got Revelation, Unbound Creator, Blaze Cannon, Souls Crossing, Time Tearing Morganite. So I'm not gonna lie to you, this hand is pretty trash. But if your opponent wants to go first, your 6th card is 1 Day of Peace, and then you draw into your Ancient Chant. Once you get one of these or any of the Ra spell the tri-card starters, you pretty much golden. But if you activate that prior to your turn, or if you're going game 1, you just gotta hope to survive. But since this is game 2, you activate that. You get your extra summons, and then you're able to pull off the same combo we did last turn. Get your Ancient Chant, you get your Ra, you get your Revelation. But the only problem is that you cannot do the True Sun God combo. So with this one, you can go activate. You can play that later. Ancient Chant for your Ra. Go Souls Crossing. Tribute your opponent's 3 monsters. Summon your Ra. After you make sure you banish this first, then Soul Crossing. So that way your Ra can have attack points equal to the attributed monsters on your opponent's field. And then you can use the life point boost, attack, play Blaze Cannon, and it's Merry Christmas to your opponent. Because even this hand may look like it ain't nothing, but it's actually something. So 6, you go 1 Day of Peace. You activate this, activate these 2, and then just sit on it. Your opponent ain't gonna think none of it. All right, you just that 1 Day of Peace. If you wouldn't negate it, you would negate it. You can even activate this, set that your opponent do something, then spring this as a quick play, but you're limited to one card or effect except Divine Beast monsters. Then your next draw phase, there's your Spirit Mode, and there's Upstart Goblin. What you pull for Upstart Goblin, you're finished. Get it? You're finished. So I run one of these because it's a level 10, and it's protected by Mound of the Bound Creator. And I can overlay it for like Gustav Max if I want to. That's my little secret. So let's see if I get a real good shuffle. here we go. Got that. Souls Crossing, Tremor, Guardian Slime. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rouge Disciple, the True Sun God. Now this is a damn good hand. So I'm actually gonna play this hand out for you guys. So I'm not counting that, but that could be defense. If I'm turn 0, since I'm turn 0, I already got my setup. I already got my setup right here. So you play True Sun God. Like, okay, what card you finna get? I mean, it doesn't matter at this point. I mean, kinda, but it doesn't really. So what I will do is I will get Ancient Chant. Get Ancient Chant. Use the effect of Tremor. Send to the graveyard. Special. Because when you send her to the grave, you can special summon a level 5 high water monster from your hand. And this happens to be a level 10 aqua water. So, tribute. Egyptian God Slime. Resolution. Your Guardian Slime activates. And for this one, we're going to search out the Millennium Revelation. Play your Ancient Chant. Add to your hand. You can do this both ways, but since this is turn 0, you're gonna play the conservative. You're gonna play on the conservative side. So now you got an additional tribute summon since you played that. So now you play your Revelation. You pitch your Dragon of Ra. Get Monster Reborn. If this was turn 2, it'll be game by now. Because instead of searching this, you would search Blaze Cannon. And then go your 3 Rouge Disciples, since you already got an extra summon. Summon Winged Dragon of Ra with 3,300 attack. Increases attack points by 7,900. Making him 11,200. But we're playing conservative right now. So this is in your hand. You send your Millennium Revelation. Reborn. Winged Dragon of Ra. Sun God's effect. This goes to the grave. Resolution. Mortal Phoenix. You can set for a setup if you want, but that's entirely up to you. If you's playing into time, and you're going first in your main phase 1, you just overlay either the Ra or this. For Gustav, burn it for 2K and win the match or the round. That's if you're going into time, or you trying to hit your opponent with that last push. But for this, since it's turn 0, you still got plenty of time. You go in phase. That goes to the grave. Spirit Mode is on the field. All during the end phase. And you're left with Rouge Disciple as a backup. And then on your next draw phase, if they don't get rid of these off the field, I mean, this can't be targeted for attacks or card effects. You have to target this for attacks and card effects. Even if this is not on the field, they still can't target it, so it's pretty much a brick wall. So if they get rid of this, they got to deal with that. And then on your next turn, this doesn't matter. You get your 2 Spirit Modes. Instead, you get your 2 Rouge Disciples. You just tribute this to summon Winged Dragon Route from your deck, making it 4,000. Then you go attack for the 4,000, the 3,000, 7,000. Overlay the 2 for Gustav Max and Merry Christmas to your opponent. This is just your defensive backup. I may cut it down to 1, but I'm running 2 right now. But yeah, this is the deck. I'm pretty confident with this deck. What I really wanted to showcase you guys also, because this one's going to be a really good card. This going to be a really good card with this, with your Tokusano. I'm running 3, and this is not once per turn. He's a level 10. So you play this, you pitch to the grave, you draw your 2, resolution, his effect activates, and you get a raw spell or tri-card search. So you plus, you draw 2 plus a search. So this is a really cool, but this is once per turn. Tremor, she's your clutch card. If you don't want to get hit with damage, you just send this, special summon from the hand. She doesn't activate in the hand, she activates in the grave. You just send her as cost. Keep in mind, if you're under time tier and Morganite, you can send her as cost, special summon him from the hand. She's not a hand activation. Because it says you can send this card from the graveyard semicolon. That means that's a cost. So don't be alarmed when you be like, oh, I play time tier and Morganite. Like, oh snap, I can't use her. Yes, you can. So, Tantir Morganite, cost, special, tribute, God Slime, effect, get your raw card search. Or if you got raw in your hand, or if you already use Ancient Chant, you go Rouge Disciple, your Tantir Morganite in play, you get your second, summon, get those, Ancient Chant, you banish it, to get that additional tribute summon. You already got the additional tribute summon, so don't worry about it. To banish it is to get raw attack points. So, I could show you the deck a little bit. So, running 3 of these, 3 of that, 3 of that, 2 of these, 2, because you don't need it, 1, 1. You already saw that. 2 of these, 1 of that, 2, 3, and that's pretty much the deck. 2 of that. Spirit Modes 3. There's your 1. There's your 1 of. There's your 3. True Sun God 3. I'm running 1 just to test it. And the rest is pretty much copies. And this your 1 of. This your 1 of. That's your 1 of. I may bump Millennium Revelation to 2. But right now, just 1 is fine. Just 1 is fine. And for your extra deck, got 3 of those, 3 of those. Pretty much train package. 3, 1, 1, 1. And there's your other 2 God Slimes. And then the remaining cards can be fuel for like Dogmatica stuff, which is not bad to run Dogmatica, and fuel for your Ultimate Slayer. So you can send a card from your extra deck to send the card of the same type your opponent controls. So you wanna have a variety of monsters in your extra deck. Even Pendulum. So if they got a Pendulum and you don't control a Pendulum, you play Ultimate Slayer for any extra deck Pendulum, like an Xyz Pendulum. You can choose to either send Xyz or Pendulum. So if they control a Pendulum, you can send one of your Xyz Pendulum monsters to send the Pendulum monster that they got. Because if they got a Pendulum monster, you got to have a Pendulum face up to use Ultimate Slayer. But if you got extra deck monsters that are already Pendulum, it's best of both worlds. So, and the cards I'll put in like Tis, Garura for your draw effect, Aggregator for your negation, Wind Pegasus for your card shuffle effect, and then a new Dragon Synchro for the I think balance or negation effect, I believe. So that's the deck. I want to play this and try it out at local, see how I like it. I want to make this better. So I'm still working on a side deck for that. That's why you don't see me with a side deck for it right now. But just let me know what you guys think of the deck so far. What would you make changes or what would you play? So I'm all open to options. So this is just me showcasing how the deck works. And if you like it, please comment, share, subscribe, and holla at your boy. Rogue Scientist signing off.